Now then, where was I? Whew, God, it's hot. I've had a headache for several days now. Alright. I don't know why I've had this headache for so long. It's just sticking around, you know? It's just, I think it's a combination of the heat and, I don't know, I've had a bit of a cold. Maybe that's a factor. No, I'm not. It's too fucking hot for golf. I'll lose my mind if I have to play that bloody game. Let's have a look. See, take you out. Factory, is it? Okay, what gun can we run on factory?
King Jerkit just resubbed for 35 months. Been a hot minute.
It has. It's been a hot fucking day. Oh, isn't this garbage? Let's have a look. Tarkov Ballistics War Mage. Wow, Warmageddon is almost no penetration. Again, to leave this gun here because we don't have any of the things we need to make it not terrible. I might add a PPSHs. Good heavens. The unthinkable has occurred.
Joe Bhartate just resubbed for 57 months.
Bless you,
Good
sir.
evening.
Good evening. You can take this piece of crap in. We've got a spare mag for this knocking about somewhere, maybe? No. Oh, I've got one already. No. Alright, no. Hmm. What do you got for me, prep dog? Oh. Who's got shotguns? I reckon Ski is a shotgun kind of guy. I am kind of right. We've got dollary dues we could spend. This thing is just such hot garbage. I can't even, as the kids say. Look at that piece of garbage. Shotguns, what do you got? Jaeger sells these for 29k. What's the difference between that and this one? It's also a semi-auto shotty. What's wrong with these? Oh, I see. These ones are practically broken. Not your kids, I hope. What's that a reference to? Guns jam more often at pristine than at 50%. I don't know about that. Sounds like bollocks to me. I just think you notice it more. Oh. Yeah, my kids say things like that. I watched a video the other day. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, God. I found it. Alright, this is actually pretty funny. So, this is what I think, this is what the kids sound like to me these days.
POV, the band kid asks you out on a date.
Hey Jackson, did you enjoy the concert? You did? That's totally epic, poggers. I totally had a bra moment though. I had a big oof during my solo and I wanted to yeet myself into the audience after I finished. Yeah, I kinda got a big chungus question to ask you though. Not to be an MVP simp, but do you like note away to my contacts list? I think you're pretty epic. Maybe I can be your little e-girl banshee. Yes? Bruh, this is epic.
That is my eldest. Bruh. She does that all the time. I don't know where it comes from or what it really means.
He Troubled Panda just resubbed for 4 months.
Not breachable. Noted. Nah! I didn't even hear that guy. What a ninja.
Almost just resubbed
No,
for 14
bruh is not
months.
the new
I'm
whatever.
A simple man. I see the prompt AS and D pay the money.
Thank you. It's I don't know what it is, but she says it all the time. She can say it as an exclamation or like, come on, dude, you know, bruh. Like you just say bruh. But she does that pose thing. I don't know where that came from. The bruh. And it's like the way the girl does it in the video, in the TikTok where she extends her arms like bruh. I don't know where that comes from, but she does that. Either way, I don't fucking understand. I mean, the world is not mine anymore. I'm 45. I'm just a dying ember in this bright cosmos. You know, it's not like it's my planet. I've just helped ruin it for everybody. So as far as I'm concerned, whatever the kids are doing, that's all right by me. You crack on, young'uns. You crack on.
Mr_grip_ just resubbed for 51 months.
Bruh. Did I do it right? Now, here's my question. I know that there are some ammos. Alright, that does go. Alright, that does chamber. I know that there are some ammos that go into magazines, but not guns. So I just need this thing. But I don't know where it is on the... I know the room, but I don't know how to get there on the new factory map. We'll just have to hope and pray. What was Hags? Icon has cheeseburger. See, now all that stuff was awful. When I was on the internet, we didn't really have memes. We had IRC chat rooms, and the new thing then was saying things like Lamau. That was it. Roffle, Lamau, and all that stuff. So it's like that was what we had. We were just trying to, you know, we were just still figuring it out. Memes had not been invented. Yes, Rofflecopter. Fucking awful. No, that was not good. That was not good. Like all of that stuff. I was angry with the internet the moment I found out about it. The moment I got on it, I realized this is going places, and it's gonna suck. It's gonna be absolutely full of the lowest common denominator humor. See now, YTMND was the good end of the internet. When I found something awful, I was like, thank God. A website that's actually funny and makes fun of all the shit on the internet. He did, but not... He didn't mean it to have anything to do with the word meme. He came up with it to mean something to do with... evolution and stuff. I think he did anyway. I mean, MySpace and all that, you know, it was all just people getting used to the idea that they were going to be on the internet. Nuts! He did it with evolution and stuff. Tokes. See, that's funny. I don't know the details. I just know it had something to do with that. It is also pronounced meme.
Thesausipule Bay just resubbed for 15 months.
Thank you.
Nuts indeed.
And I feel like the MMA missed out on not calling it meme. Just call it meme. Bruh. You ready for some meme fighting? Bruh. 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 Brah. Brah. Oh, you take 6-3? Get in there, son. Brah. I just want this thing and I'm out. Just leave me be. It's not that complicated. Just let me get my things and leave. Put my hype music in a Star Wars scene? What? Bruh. How much better would this stream be if I purely did memes? Like, I watch a lot of other streamers and that's how they talk. I think I might... What if I did that? Just like whatever someone said, I just went, Roffle. And then, bruh. What else could I say? Do you know the way? Well, that's a bit old. Give me some other things that I could say. I could refer to it as Amogus. YOLO's old, man. People have been saying that for ages. Dab. I think that's still old. My kids still dab. Say Sag. Pog. Sus. Bye, Felicia. I don't know that. I'm gonna Google Bye, Felicia. Comes from a scene where Angela means character Felicia in the American comedy film Friday. Okay, whatever. We stand factory now. That's how you do it, right? No! Where's the shit? Is it? Am I in the wrong hole? Don't take that out of context. Bruh. It's in his coat. What fucking coat? This? Ah. I think I now need to leave. No. Gonna hide here. I think Postman Pat is socialist propaganda. It implies that a postal service can run and the workers are happy to do a job that is no doubt propped up by the government. I mean, how many friggin' letters is Ted Glenn gonna need every week? When can I leave this godforsaken hellhole? What do you mean just leg it? I can't run through, I've got a quest item. I need to get a proper extract. I don't know where gate 0 is. I think where gate 3 is. I think where gate 3 is. Where's Cellars? Where's the Cellars extract? That's also behind a gate. Friends? Is it busy? FYI, I'm sorry for killing you. I lived. Whatever happened before this run is not important to me. Or were you that lad? It was near Forklift. And I was waiting for you to peek and you somehow scuttled round to my right even further than I thought. If so, well played. That's a... I love this. This is a nice little gun, that. Like, honestly, that... I love the AKSU with the grip and a good sight on it. That's a pog gun, mate. That is poggers. 2 more tags for the case. Oh, killing me? I would have killed... I was trying to kill you. What am I going to do? Complain? Oh, you tried to kill me. God, fucking right he did. I was trying to do the same to him. Right, now, tasks. Postman Pat. Oh, let's go. So we go to... Oh, hello. Gee, bless you.
Geese-Tar Games raided with 361 viewers.
Thank you. Get ready for a loud noise, G-Raiders. Yeah! Now you get another one. Tick tick a bow, gown gown gown, whack up a bow, bow bow bow, zap up a bam 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 bam. Yeah! Flying through the levels now. Oh my goody aunt, what is that? Beta 2. Oh, that's getting sold. Ah. Let's think about this. Yep. Zing ticka down 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 down, wham ba ba bow 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 bow, whoop 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 whoop. What do I have to do? I've pretty much done all the quests now. I mean, poof. Did G just raid and dash? It's pretty brutal. Don't minded a hello. Hi Pyrian, how's it going? Great G, how are you? Good, what's up? Nothing. Hot in it, yeah. You know, that kind of thing. Just the old raid and dash. Wasn't expecting it. She had to go? 7 hours of streaming. God damn. She saw the data. She saw the data, same as I did. And the data said that Pyrian was the hardest working member of Team Yogscast. You better believe it. You want to doubt me? Go for it, but you'd be a fool. It's 32 degrees in London, so God knows what it is inside my office. She's an Aussie. I thought they were used to that kind of thing. Anyone see the data? I streamed. Look, here's the date. Let me show you. Hold on a sec. All right, so let me pop this shit out for a sec. I'll show you. Oof, trending in England, Nazi Germany. Oof, that doesn't feel good. Bruh, as they say. Right. PFlax dominating total hours streamed. Dominating. I'm over 200 hours in the first half of this year, more than anybody else. 1,014 hours. Listen, you can't honestly tell me that I do not represent value for money, at least in terms of hours streamed. Look at that. You tell me that I'm not hardworking. Look at that. If you sub to this channel, you get 1,014 hours per 6 months. Over 2,000 hours a year. That's remarkable. I'll stream in any heat. I stream early morning GMT and evening GMT, catching both sets of viewers.
Moldy Diamond just resubbed for 39 months. Value for money.
Look at this. Look at this. How do you manage so few hours? What are you doing? What are you doing? I am the Lidl of this streaming. Now let's look at followers gained. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all. I'll tell you, let me break this data down for you. Sips has streamed with a lot of big name streamers this year. I think some of those guys who maybe hadn't heard of Sips before, or hadn't seen his stream before, because of the crossovers of various people, stop by and watch his stream, he got to follow. If you're not following this stream already, there is no real reason for you to do it. Like, basically, there's nothing drawing you here. This is a horrible stream. I'm rude to the viewers, I don't read chat, I'm old as fuck, I'm not good looking, what else don't I have going for me? I'm not good at games, you're not going to learn anything here. It's a miracle anybody watches. So I understand how I have definitely not gained followers this year. Ben, I don't think Ben's been streaming for long, right? I mean, Rambler, obviously, he does a lot of big YouTube stuff. I think Rimmy does a lot of big YouTube stuff as well. Boba's relatively new, so that makes sense. Average viewers. Now, this is what I didn't get, right? I'm sure we do. I'm sure we're on this list somewhere. But I'm thinking, first of all, this doesn't count times you've been hosted. Also, this obviously, if you looked at my average viewers when not streaming Dota, we'd be a hell of a lot higher. Like, when you look at, when I'm streaming Dota, we halve the number of viewers we get. I was streaming Tarkov the other night, we had like 950 concurrent, nearly 1,000. Right? We're not, because you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a mix of games. You're just tuning in for the personality. When I'm playing Tarkov, there's a lot more chat, right? Dota, I'm just concentrating on the dotes. Like, I'm literally just watching dotes. The only people that are drawn to the Dota games is people who watch and know Dota. So it's like, if I'm streaming Dota and you don't know Dota, why would you watch? And there's generally zero chat interaction. There's no conversation. We're just talking. We're just focusing on the game because it's just that kind of game. I think this year I'm going to be streaming a lot more Tarkov. When Blood Bowl 3 comes out, I'm going to be streaming a lot more Blood Bowl 3, stuff like that. There's a new Football Manager around the corner, so I'm thinking I'm still going to be doing Dotes, obviously, because it's the best game ever made. So it's never not going to be a part of my stream sort of menu. But we've got to get on this list, guys. You know what I'm saying? We've got to compete. We can't just be known for being hard-working failures. Look at this. Works the hardest, not even in the top 10 for average viewers. Peak viewers. Not on there. Now, oh, he's done it wrong. He's sorted by average viewers. That doesn't make sense. We'll fix when I get home. Okay. So my average viewers, I think it's probably going to be okay. We're pretty consistent. Having a good consistent average has to be a factor, right? I don't think I stream at weird times.
Jason Dudes just resubbed for 7 months.
I don't think I stream at weird times, Cinny. I'll tell you why. If I stream from, say, 9 till 2 or 9 till 3, which I often do, we're catching late night Americans. We're catching Aussies and Kiwis. We're catching people that are at university, people that are at work. I'm there to pass that time. And then I miss out on like the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, which is probably prime time. But I'm not thinking who's sitting down to watch at 5 or 6 o'clock. People are having dinner, they're coming home from work and stuff like that. And then 8 o'clock, that's after dinner, you're chilling, there's nothing on the telly. Let's watch that old cunt play video games and shout at the screen. You know, that's the way I see it. But I don't plan my streaming schedule around anything in particular. It's literally what I can do. Because, you know, family and shit like that means that I literally cannot stream other than the times that I do. Also, have to work my nap in there somewhere. We've got to work a nap in. Because I have a nap every day. Every single day. I love it. Can't go without it. I refuse to. The problem is if I stream till 11 or midnight, and I don't have a nap, I'm knackered the next day. Absolutely cream cracker, mate, I'm telling you. Ching chicka bow 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 chicka chicka bow 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 wap wap bow 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 chicka chicka bow 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 wap 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 bow. What are we gonna do? Kill Rashala? Well, that's gonna be difficult. Find flash drives. Do you know what? We had a decent amount of luck on reserve earlier. Let's see if I might need to sell some shit. Who was I gonna sell shit to? Was it Skier? I think I need to sell things to Skier. I'm going to use this gun. I'm going to sell that. I would sell that, but he won't buy it, which is unfortunate. Bow 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 wow 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 chicka bow bow bow. I'm going to sell that. Read chat and before nap bodega and we all chill for 30 listening to chill music. Can't do that. Bandwagoning the hip games? That's never going to happen, is it? Let's be honest. What's more likely is the hip games bandwagoning me. I'm going to be the #1 Blood Bowl 3 streamer. That's my goal this year. Blood Bowl comes out, it blows up for some reason. PFlax, oh, he's really good. He actually knows how to play Blood Bowl. Did you watch PFlax? Yeah, watched him beat XQC 3-0. Hype. Just sub-only chat. Just chill. I am good at Blood Bowl. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm not amazing at it, but I am a good Blood Bowl player. It had a mobile game UI. Oh God. Us casting Blood Bowl games would be cool. Not sure how well it would work with the pace of the game. Probably much better than a fast-paced game. I don't want to do the streamer invitational. It was a disaster last time. People lose 3 games in a row, they bail. That was what happened. People come, oh, I can't make Thursday, let's do it next week. And it all starts to fall apart and fall behind. And whoever wins their opening matches tends to just steamroll it. It becomes incredibly hard. Excuse me? You are not allowed on this channel, young man. This is a mature channel. This is 18 plus. Come back in a year. The Triforce is also not suitable for you. Go on, clear off. Go to bed. Happy birthday, but piss off. Go.
Bonsai Butler just resubbed for 3 months. Wato though just resubbed for 5 months. I just had an egg for breakfast and it made me think of you, so I popped in.
Off. Don't give the sub to him, he's too young. Horsey. We tagged him. I want this one. Yes. Is that a lad? No. We really don't have the gun to contest at the rail yard, so let's go underground and see if there's shit popping off down there. Or try to. Or try to! Started to notice slightly more loot popping up in the usual spots. Let's fucking chug some. Yeah, chugged. Oh, that was delayed. I think it was just. I don't want to jinx it, but. This lad's baiting me in here expertly.
Get down! Grenade!
If these are players, I'm going to be jolly cross. Oh, actually, I think I've handed in all the Ushankas. I need a cowboy hat now. Dang. We're dead. Fuck off. Motherfucker. He's been down here. Woo! It's not that bad. You need to know where people are going to be. Listen, it's really fucking hot here. Okay? If you think that you could sit... My office is on the top floor of my house. So in the loft conversion, where the heat rises, it's got a flat roof. It's had the sun pounding down on it all day. I've got 2 monitors. I've got this monster computer. I've got my mini fridge. I've got my printer. All chucking out heat. The only breeze I've got is my fan. So I'm boiling. I'm actually boiling. Like, generally by the end of the stream, I've got sweat all over me. So yeah, I've got my fucking camera off. I don't understand why that's such a big deal. Sorry, Pastor Bus. When it's 32 degrees outside, explain to me what the point of having the window open is. It's open. Guess how much cool breeze comes in? Someone type a 0 in chat to give this person a hand. It's that amount. It's zero amount. It is boiling all the time. It never stops. It's miserable. But, you know, could be worse. Hey, could be worse, innit? It's literally boiling. I am a humble egg. Eggs are not meant to be treated this way. Who boils an egg? Whoops. Qualm, I could not agree more. That is clearly the worst thing about it. My advice as a Texan is to take some washcloths, get them wet and stick them in the freezer. Get yourself a washcloth, get it good and wet, get it in the water, get it good and wet in the water, and then get it in the cold box. Get it in your ice box, get it real cold, and then put that thing right on your noggin. Get your washcloth, get your washcloth. Get your washcloth and put it in the goddamn freezer, boy, and then carry it be heat dripper. Put it in your pants. Get that cold washcloth in your pants. We, Sarah. Wars. Slap that some bitch on and get some goddamn barley pop. Dude, the darn fence is tore up again, Paul. Well, get the washcloth, get it in the ice box, get it on your head. Grease that weasel. That sounds more like something the Northerners would do. Oh, you want to get a greased weasel for that? Oh, yeah. I'm going to mention again my shock and disgust at University Challenge this evening. Well, it was the other night, but I watched it tonight. It was a map round. Picture of the UK, A, B, and C on it. A is very clearly Bath. If you'd be forgiven for thinking it was Bristol if you didn't know what you were doing. It wasn't quite on the water, so it's fairly obviously not Bristol, but people sometimes make mistakes. Is that Exeter? And I'm thinking, no, it's definitely not Exeter. I reckon that could be Plymouth. That could be Plymouth. Plymouth! One of the most famous ports of yore in this country. Plymouth, it has a muth, e.g. a mouth at the end. That generally means that whatever you're talking about is at the mouth of a river. They went for Exeter. Next up, somewhere just north of Leicester, it was Loughborough. I didn't get that one. I don't know where the fuck Loughborough is. The next one was in Surrey. It was just south of London. You could see Reading on the map. Just south of London. It's pretty clear. What did they guess? Is that Southampton or Portsmouth? In the end, they went for Exeter. Exeter is apparently just near Reading. I was staggered. Actually, you know what? Instead of Bath, they said Falmouth. Again, mouth. Muth. Damn. Yeah, it is amazing how much knowledge they have of classical music, but they couldn't tell you where Plymouth is. It's like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of ludicrous, isn't it, really? Oy vey. That was expensive. We lost 2 guns. See, I'm sure I've already handed in my Ushanka. Oh, it's Ragman, isn't it, I think? Yeah, I need a cowboy hat is what I need. Good night, Snoop. Wrexham, that was a grim place I went to. Every time I mention Sheffield, someone tells me about the nice bit of Sheffield. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm sure there is a nice bit of Sheffield. But the entire town centre was a destitute wasteland. And most of the areas that I went to in Sheffield looked like this was a nice place to live 50 years ago. Beautiful architecture on crumbling buildings. It's tragic. It was absolutely tragic. It was really sad to see. I'm glad you like it, Sunbart. Sheffield is mint, says a guy called Craig. What do you like about it? The fact it's a massive shithole? The fact that it's everybody there is clearly fucking broke? That nothing is being done about it? That a city that once had a proud industry and jobs for all is now so run down that we went past what was clearly meant to be an outdoor shopping centre and there were 3 shops out of the dozen of slots that there were. 2 of them were cash converters and 1 was a charity shop. It was tragic. It was absolutely tragic to see. Got to bring up my map. Hold on. Like it was just so sad to see. It was like the decline of Britain in one city. Just awful. All right, let's try and hit the main building. I mean, maybe people from Sheffield will tell me I'm wrong, but when I went there, it was one of the worst places I'd ever been to. In terms of poverty in the UK. Went to Chesterfield. That was another town where you could tell there was just nothing there. It was pretty run down. They had the Twisted Spire Church or whatever, and that was pretty much it. That was about the best thing you could say about it. Just sad to see, man. It's sad to see these large communities in your country just abandoned. It's fucking awful. It's just not there. So do you remember when we were talking earlier, guys, about how someone made a joke that the worst part of global warming is that if anybody says it's hot, they say, whoa, you should try coming here. It's the same. It's not a competition. It's not a competition. It should not be, well, our place is more of a shithole. The point is that These places used to be known for something, an industry. You know? They were proud places. And now they're just ruined. It's terrible. I don't know what people do up there for work. Yeah, Northern Ireland, I'm sure it's similar problems. It's going to get worse as well. I don't know what the plan is. I assume that the top boffins are on it. All I know is that when I read about and I look at the statistics for the rest of the country, it makes me guilty to live in London, because I think we have it so easy here by comparison. There's lots of work, lots of money sloshing about. It's expensive to live here, don't get me wrong. But fuck me, I'll take this over the alternative. A wrench. What a worthwhile stash. Why would you stash that? A lot of malls have closed down. I watched a YouTube video about it a while ago, actually, where they showed footage of what the mall was like in the 90s. And now, and it was like night and day. Like, it was a bustling place that people went, young and old. You know, lots of jobs, lots of shopping. Could send almost like a weird sense of community, even though I think malls killed the high street. Now, Amazon's killed them all. I can't remember the last time I needed something and went to a shop to buy it. It's rare. Clothes, maybe. Try them on, you know. Other than that, generally speaking, getting it on Amazon. Oh, there's a YouTuber, I can't remember his name. He's based in New York, and he goes around streets and looks at the state of it, and tells you what the rent would be for these places that have clearly been abandoned for several years. They're in terrible state, and he's like 40 grand a month is the price on this one. And you look, and there's nothing else on the entire road. It's just abandoned. It's incredible. And they have, I didn't know this, if you have a property, commercial property, you need a work order permit to allow you to do any kind of construction work on that property. So, because they're almost inevitably trying to do something to the properties to fix them up or whatever, and they don't want to have to pay for the permit, they just put loads of paper over the windows. Because the city's not allowed to, like, poke around. So you put paper up, you do the work, and yeah, you don't get the fine. It's pretty weird. So how come I come to Shoreline and I never find Chad's body? Oh, wait a second, what's this? Oh, that's not Chad. That's just sad. Oh. I mean, I'm not crying for malls, right? Because they're still malls, you know. They're not like somewhere that. I mean, there were jobs. That was the thing. It created jobs. It was a. I think it's a bad sign when places like that start shutting down. But equally, malls did for high streets, because they were the Amazon of their day. We complain about Amazon now, but in their day, it was all superstores and malls that were killing it. So if you look at the history of the corner shop in Britain, which was a TV show that I watched actually not long ago. Oh, a Sanitar bag. See if that's worth some money. So the corner shops in Britain used to be able to open on Sunday. That was their whole thing, is that they were open on Sunday and big shops couldn't open on a Sunday. That represented a huge percentage of their take. And these were family-owned shops, local, they knew everybody, they lived in the same area. You know, if you said to them, Steve, can you try to get some blah blahs in? I'm sure that they would. Do you know what I mean? It was that kind of business. Where you could say, do you mind getting some, you know, whatever, say a cigarette you're into or a particular brand of beer or whatever. I'm sure if you mentioned it to this corner shop and they say, oh, yeah. And what happened was they changed the regulations so that very large supermarkets could now open on Sundays. And that killed the corner store. So the corner shops that you see now tend to be run by first or second generation immigrant families. In the UK, it's mainly people from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. And they're willing to work from, I mean, God, the corner shop near me seems to be open about 16 hours a day. I don't know how they do it. I think they just work ridiculous hours on small margins. And more often than not, it's because the people that run those stores are trying to make a business that pays enough to put their kids to university so that they don't have to work in a corner shop. That's a big one. That's very typical of immigrant communities and immigrant families. So when they move somewhere, they work unbelievably hard, way harder than anybody has any reasonable expectation to work. Because the whole point is that they finally got this chance, you know. I don't see any Turkish ones around this way. There's a couple in Kingston. But what's interesting is that because a lot of these shops tend to be in more middle class areas in West London, the corner shops also stock specialty foods from that culture, if you like. So there's a Turkish corner shop in Kingston. It's big. And it sells an unbelievable array. It started off as clearly just a little sort of quickie mart sort of thing. And now you can go there and get any kind of Turkish food or Middle Eastern food that you want in one form or another. And I was just like, that is so clever, because Tesco or whatever are not doing that. You know what I mean? They have the ethnic aisle, which always makes me laugh. Because it's always just Bombay mix and noodles. So they're competing in a smart way. They're offering something that the big shops can't. But if you're just a British corner store owner in the 80s, 70s and 80s, in the 90s, the 80s and 90s when the big shops came along, you had no way to compete. So now all these big shops and all these malls, they also can't compete, because who can compete with Amazon? It's impossible. You can't compete with Amazon. Whatever you're offering, they can get it to me the next day. How do you beat that? Yeah, I mean, and also a lot of these big supermarkets now, you can buy Sainsbury's and Morrison stuff on Uber Eats. And by the way, that is nothing new. Because I remember one time, this is when I was living in Plymouth, and the cabbie, we were chatting to the cabbie, you know, how's it going, sort of thing. And we said to him, do you ever get any like really weird customers? And he said, well, because most of the people that get in the cab are decent people. You know, occasionally you get some pisshead who's sort of annoying or whatever. But he said the main thing you got to watch out for, really, and the thing that kind of upsets him a little bit, if you like, is alcoholics. Because he said alcoholics and shut-ins, basically, you know, people that are so big that they don't want to leave the house, they're embarrassed to leave the house, they'll call up and order a cab to go and buy them booze and cigarettes and food. So he said that he often gets calls where they'll call up the cab company and say, yeah, can you tell him to go to so-and-so off license and buy me 2 bottles of vodka, 40 B&H, and, you know, some other stuff. And I'll pay, you know, for both trips, and I'll pay extra for you doing it. So he's like, well, yeah, all right. And he gets a tip out of it and everything. Turns up with the bag of stuff, leaves it on the doorstep, gets the money through the letterbox, and goes. That's tragedy. And that was happening before this was really widespread. What worries me, a friend of mine, he works for the NHS, and both him and his partner do, actually. And he said that one of the consultants that he knows, like he's a mate of his, was telling him that one of the biggest problems that they've got coming in, other than COVID, which this guy said in their area it's not that bad, is people coming in with terrible, terrible liver damage because they've been stuck at home, they've been drinking themselves stupid for 18 months because people are depressed and they're bored and there's nothing else to do. So he said people are coming in and they're literally, their liver is so fucked that they're just like yellow. And I thought, we think about the COVID crisis in terms of numbers that we can see right now. But what we are not seeing is the decade or more of damage that this is going to do to people's long-term health, to the delay that people have put off. Loads of people have not gone in for cancer screening, have not gone in for checkups on other things, have not seen their GP about other stuff. I was going to go see my GP a while ago about something, and I was like, wow, no, I don't want to trouble them. A lot of people have got that attitude. So an awful lot of people are going to be a lot sicker than they would have been. And I think our cancer death rate is going to go up a lot because people have not gone in early. And that's the main thing you have to do. Mental health is absolutely out of control. It's awful. It's awful. So as bad as COVID's been, I think this is just the tip of the iceberg, sadly. Oh my God, the arms on my chair have become more malleable in the heat. Wow, these used to be kind of hard, and now in the heat it's just kind of smushy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, long-term COVID, the lung damage, everything, it's bad. Yeah, it's bad. This has been just the shittest fucking time, man. What is going on? As my daughter would say, bruh. I said ages ago, I remember I was at work this is when I was at Sky, when I was working in Sky Sports, and I thought, this would have been about 2005, 2006, maybe 2007, and I was chatting to one of the other editors, and I said to him that even then, at the start of the millennium, I was like, things, like, ever since 9/11, things seem to have been going downhill gradually. People have been, like, that seemed to me to be the tipping point, and I honestly think that event set the tone for this century in such a way that it's just going to take an unbelievable, some miracle is going to have to happen to dig us out of this, because we are just spiraling down and down and down. If you think about what 9/11 did, it started 2 wars. It led to the creation of ISIS. This is all indirectly, and no one could have predicted some of this stuff, but this is what it led to. Led to the so-called Arab Spring, which actually just led to even more bloodshed. It led to the splitting of the Democrats and the Republicans and America between left and right even further than they were before. Because suddenly, if you didn't support the war, you hated America. And it was like, you know, the era of George Bush was a very divisive era, even though I think looking back now, he was nowhere near as big a dickhead as Donald Trump. He was still, for my mind, at the time, I remember thinking he was a terrible president, and the things that America was doing seemed to me to be crazy, and it just felt like the beginning of some awful end. I was like, man, this isn't the way it should be. Obviously, I'm biased because I'm a liberal. Maybe you're going to think George Bush was a great president. Fair enough. But he was still, like, a politician. He didn't seem as insane as Donald Trump. And then you had Obama, who didn't really manage to do that much. And then along came Donald Trump, and now we're here. In 2016, I think we had Trump and Brexit, right? In the same year. Two hugely divisive things. Now we've had COVID. We've got global warming, which everybody is shitting themselves about because it's getting even worse, like visibly worse. I don't know what we do. The only thing that got me through about them was the Daily
Love
Show.
your Tarkov streams, Flax.
Thank you. Daily Show with Jon Stewart was so funny. The Daily Show now is just so sad by comparison. But you think about the Jon Stewart Daily Show, launched the careers of so many people. It was like a really legendary show. They never replaced it. I think the key is that he managed to pitch it in such a way where you never felt like he was looking down his nose at people, in the same way that I feel like quite often now when I watch The Daily Show. It's not enough to just laugh at people. It's the wrong way of thinking about it, I think. Someone's in here, I reckons. Hello. What the fuck? Dude wasn't even looking at me, man. The dude was not even looking at me. What was that terrible fun that was all in water? Waterworld? I feel like I got fucking screwed there, man. Addy Senpai, I was saying a while ago on stream that I think fucking Siberia is going to be like the breadbasket. Places like Canada, you know, all these bits of Sweden. It's not a good thing. Wow, I really feel like I didn't get a decent chance there. I feel like that guy, I don't know how he did it, but he just snuck out, and I feel like I got kind of fucked over there, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I was lined up on that dude, he wasn't even looking at me, and then magically he shot me. It's a little little bit of Tarkov desync. That's what I'm going to put that down to. But yeah, when I think about it, I really think that 9/11 absolutely started all of this shit. Gave Fox News exactly what it wanted. Liberals don't love America. That kind of stuff. The moment you create that them and us mentality, other people are going to turn up and play into it. And then because of the refugee crisis, Brexit seemed a lot more appealing to people. And then because of Brexit now, we have an uncertain future. Regardless of how you voted, you've got to understand, you've got to accept, you don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. We have no idea what this is going to look like in 10 years' time. And we know that in the short term it's going to be shit. And then Donald Trump deleted a whole bunch of very important elements of the US government. Read about what he did to the Department of Energy, which I guarantee you most people don't even know what the Department of Energy does. Michael Lewis wrote an excellent book about it. I think it's called The Fourth Estate or something like that. The fifth risk. The fifth risk. Which is honestly unbelievable. The attitude that the people that came in when he was elected had to government was just absolutely appalling. So many things that Americans don't realize government takes care of, and I'm sure the same is true here. If you take them away, the effects will take a while to be felt, but they absolutely will be felt. It's just incredible to me that he got away with it. Did you know when George Bush was president, at the end of his tenure, they put together a big document, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages long, to hand over to the Obama administration that said, this is all the stuff we're doing right now. This is the programs we've got in place. This is how it works. These are the problems that we've identified. Good luck. Here's the document. And the Obama administration took that document. They read it. They were up to speed a lot quicker than they would have been. Job done. When the Obama administration handing over to the Donald Trump administration did the same thing, the Trump administration threw the entire thing in the bin. They didn't want to know. And they just turned up. The people that were sent into the Department of Energy to take over had no idea what they were doing. They didn't care. They openly said, we don't believe this is a good department. We think you guys should all be gone. It's unnecessary. Private industry can do all this better, or blah, 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 blah. It's just the destruction of all of these safeguards for things that you don't even notice is very dangerous. It's a troubling time. And then on top of that, you got memes. That's all that the kids are into these days. Anime and memes. And now we're trusting that they'll be able to fight the good fight, and I don't think they will. I think they're just going to be content to sit and stare at TikTok all day, buy everything on Amazon, and that's it. The end. So Rick Santorum, when he was running for president, he said there are 3 departments, or 4 or 5, I can't remember how many he said, that we need to get rid of. It's a very famous clip from the first presidential debate. He was unable to list the departments of his own argument. Department of Energy was one he forgot to mention, but when prompted by one of the other, you can watch this online, when prompted by one of the other candidates, he was like, energy, yeah. He wanted to get rid of the Department of Energy. Who do you think they put in charge of the Department of Energy when Donald Trump came to power? That guy. Perry. The funniest thing to me is A lot of those American candidates really look like how I imagine Americans to look. Like, they really go out of their way to look like Americans. They have American haircuts.
Bot902 just resubbed for 29 months.
They have American suits. They have American names. And I just think, like Rick. Who's called Rick? Dirk Flirtley. Bench Keenly. I'm Bench Keenly. Hi, I'm Grunt Forthright, and I'd like to be your candidate. Hi, I'm Chode Weatherspoon. I'm running for president of these United States. What do I think makes America great? Corn dogs, poontang, liver spots. Vote for me. Oh, hello. A bad key. Exciting. Hi, I'm Gosh Bergen of the Smurgans. I'd like to talk to you about America. Government red tape has been tying our country back for decades. Just ask this guy. Burger Flatley. Hi, I'm Burger Flatley. I used to have a good job, but the Democrats took it away when they, did government stuff. That government stuff killed my business. Hi, I'm Chench Twizzle. I'm running for Republican candidate of some place you've never heard of. Hi, I'm Weasel Fuckstick. If you elect me, I'm gonna swallow money. Live, on television, until I puke. But when I puke the money, I'm gonna puke it back into my wallet. You're not gonna see a penny. Just so you know where you are. one-shot me. Oh, killed by a boss scav. Ever since Joe Biden invited a mariachi band to live in my house, I haven't had time to tend to my family-run corn dog business. Vote for Dink Bonglebert for president to remove all government oversight of anything. Together we'll make America something. I'm not specifying what, but it'll be something. Make America something. With me. Bastian Burkett. Hi, I'm Tweezle McNippers. A vote for Nippers is a vote for Tweezles. You know what to do, America. Vote Tweezle McNippers, 2021. Tweezle McNippers. What a name. That's a funny name. That doesn't even make sense. What the hell gun do I want to take? What do I need to do? One more scav. This is what we'll do. Oh shit, whoa, whoa, whoa. The thing is, I looked at so when people talk about America's golden age, it was the 50s, and that was the sort of time when most of the people that are now serving as senators and congressmen and all the rest of it look back and they think, what went wrong? The 50s was just the most incredible time for Americans. You had one income per household, generally the man. Women stayed at home with the kids. You had a house, you had a car, you had all the appliances you needed. They had savings, and they had no debt. Other than their mortgage, they had no debt. It was a golden age. Now, you can point to all those things, like, for instance, women didn't work as much. If you were anything other than white, it sucked. If you were gay, if you were someone that they would consider for the House Un-American Committee. So economically, it was a golden age. And then there's really nothing to say other than that. It was an economic golden age. I mean, there's no two ways about it. It just was. Now, what I think is that I don't know if people on the right look at that and think, well, it was a golden age, and clearly what went wrong was we let all these commies and women and gay people and black people run everything. We never should have let them out. Like, is that their argument, or? Because it sure as hell wasn't low taxes. Taxes were much higher. For the very wealthy. Top rate of tax in like the 20s and 30s was like 90% or something crazy like that. But they had all kinds of things like the New Deal and all the rest of it. There was a lot more government in the 50s. A lot more taxation. And I think economically, like if you think about that model, if you took that model of America, you couldn't recreate it now. Because for one thing, I think the jobs that people had then were a lot more satisfying than the kind of jobs they can have now. the thing is that nowadays it's not a trade. You're not a mechanic. You're not a welder. You're someone who works in an Amazon warehouse, and you're easily replaced. So, looking at pure economics, there's no reason for you to be paid more than the bare minimum because they can replace you, right? But if you live that way, you have people earning minimum wage in America, which is like $7 an hour or $7.25 or something. And it's just economic desperation. Who's gonna buy all this funky shit you're making? That's what I want to know. If you go down the road of paying people nothing forever, who's going to buy the stuff you're making? What did Henry Ford say? You make the best product at the best price, paying the best wages possible. H10 the exact problem is that cost of living with inflation has been going up, and yet wages have been stagnant pretty much since the 70s. Here's my solution to the problem. Round everybody up and say to them, are you rich? And if they say yes, you burn them at the stake and give everybody that was there watching the money. End of story. Behead them. There's a solution. Wouldn't work. It'd be a disaster. It'd be pretty funny though. Railroad to Tarkov. Well, this is it. Oh, alright. I saw it pop up. Okay. I mean, the real issue is that everything sucks, so why bother? Bear in mind I'm a Gen Xer, so I gave up at birth. What's the point? You can never appear to be trying too hard. That's the key. That's my generation's motto. Although oddly enough, apparently we're the hardest working generation at the moment in the workforce. But I'd also point out we're also the most middle-aged generation in the workforce currently. And that's when you tend to do most of your working. Imagine you didn't have to work your stressful corporate job and could work at the cinema and get free popcorn for $25 an hour. It'd be great if people got paid decent wages. I'm all about it. Cool shades? Check. Snack? Check. Well, we can't drink dry cleaner. We'll just take milk. Milk and some crackers. Milk and cookies. Oh, these are croutons. Well, Russian cookies. Do we really not have any more magazines for this piece of shit? Wow. I mean, the argument I often see put forward is the minimum wage jobs are meant for college kids and people like that so that they can have some way to make money. And if you raise the minimum wage, all you're going to do is mean that those poor college kids and school kids and everything in the summers can't get those jobs. Like, that's the sort of pity party that I've seen thrown around. Now, I understand that point of view. Sucks if you're a college kid and you want to work that summer job. I would just say this. Do you think that adults are doing these jobs because they want to, or because they fucking have to? Like, you're literally making the case for people by saying, these jobs are meant to just be part-time jobs for kids. They're not meant for adults. Yeah. That's you've hit the nail on the head there, sir. You are right. This is not the job that grown people are meant to be doing, and yet they are. Weird, isn't it? It's almost like they don't have a choice. Ooh, hold on a sec. If we're gonna go in like this, we need a sniper mask. I think the funniest thing I've seen is business owners complaining about the fact that they can't find anybody to work because the argument is that the money that you make from the government now, basically I think in the US, people are being given money. Is that right? Any Americans in chat? You get a check and people have quit their shit jobs and they're taking that money and they're staying home rather than do those jobs. Is that right? $300 per kid per month. You had to return money? So wait, you were unemployed. They gave you money while you were unemployed. How do you give it back? But you got to pay taxes on it. I mean, I think that's the same over here. Like, you have to pay national insurance. They said there was a mistake. Oh, I've had that with taxes over here. That's nothing. That's not an America thing. I remember one year, Mrs. F got a letter saying that she owed, it was like $6,000 or something that she'd underpaid because they'd given her the wrong code. And I was like, yeah, but this was the code that her company gave her, that they got from you guys. And the argument was, it doesn't matter, you owe the money, regardless of their mistake. Now here's something I found interesting. Who's heard of the Doomsday Book? DOMESDAY D-A-Y book. Probably not many people outside the UK have heard of it. But so the Doomsday Book, when William the Conqueror first took over after the Battle of 1066, it was not Anglo-Saxon, it was Norman, wasn't it? When he took over, he wanted to know what the hell he'd got. So he commissioned a big old survey. That's going to be 100, I reckon. Yeah, baby! Someone's below me. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Better sweep your sectors.
How did he die? Did he bleed out? The lad just died! Oh, that's amazing. I think he just died. Killed by you won't know with an SVDS. Gentlemen, we got a bad motherfucker. Wait a minute. Huh. What if he got shot right here? When you see that the killing weapon was an SVDS, you realize he might have just been shot. Hello. Someone's about. Because that was for sure aimed at us, team. Careful, boys. The sniper's got talent. You know, that could be a raider shooting at us. Soon find out. You guys saw that lad too, right? Oh my god, the old lying down trick. Sorry, what's up, love? I didn't. Those lads that I killed outside that building, Gluhar was one of them. I cannot believe it. I thought they were just regular scavs. Gluhar is the scav boss, the raider boss. Get ready. Oh my god. Hoggest of guns. I have no intention of doing the flashbang one as like going in with flashbangs. I'll just do it the way that I'm doing the whatchamacallit one, the other one. You know what I'm saying. Jesus. This is all just hot garbage. The broken arm one I intend to do by having a big shootout with a lad. He breaks my arm, and I happen to kill him with a headshot. Like, that's it. You watch it more than you play it. It's a good helmet. It's a bloody good helmet. It's cheap. Has a decent ricochet chance. It's amazing that it changes your movement speed by 2%. We should try that on Usain Bolt. I want to know. Oh yeah. God, I can't believe I didn't kill that guy, and I also cannot believe we didn't loot glue har. That is really aggravating. Yeah, sure. Cool. Thank you, B-Jack. Jangle Cat, the way to overcome this fear is, I would say, play a couple of wipes, but mainly you want to overcome the fear of death. And the only way to do that I've found is, if the gear I'm taking in is scary to think about losing, don't take it in. You have to grind a little bit. I don't think scav running factory is a good idea, I'll be honest with you. I think scav running on reserve is really good for a couple of reasons. First of all, there's always raiders to fight on reserve, it feels like, at one of two locations. Well, one of three locations. That building that I was fighting in, actually maybe 4 or 5 locations, but either way, once you know the locations, it's quite easy to go in and hoover up raider loot as a scav, because you know where the Chad has been fighting the scavs. Often Chad will die and doesn't get a chance to get, you get a chance to get in there and loot his stuff as a scav. Also, quite often, I'll talk about the Doomsday in a sec. So quite often, the other scavs, especially now that you don't want to kill other scavs, will just loot with you. Interchange, people are saying it's money. I don't know why. I guess there's places, if you know Interchange well, there's lots of stuff to get. Because it's not a very, oddly enough, there's not many players on Interchange for a map of that size. But just get in there and get loot and get out. I don't think Factory is great, simply because I think that people leave so quickly that there's only 5 or 6 players on Factory. There's a huge firefight, everybody gets looted, everybody leaves, and then you go in and there's just not much left. The number of times I've gone onto reserve and I've gone underground to the D2 switch room and found 4 dead raiders, 2 dead Chads, and just taken everything. It's super easy. It's super easy. So yeah, just play the game, learn the exits, keep a map up on your other monitor if you have one. If you play as a scav, you have nothing to lose. Just go in as a lad with a pistol and a basic rig and a basic backpack. Loot everything you can and just play without fear. Because if you are losing stuff that either cost nothing or you didn't pay for, it doesn't matter. Focus more on getting loot. Once you've got enough stuff, decent wedge of cash, million or two rubles, you can play around a bit, go in with shotguns, do some quests, get some practice. But it'll probably be a couple of wipes at least before you start to get a feel for the game. Pick a couple of maps you really like. And it is a bit of a grind, I'm not going to lie, but I don't mind grindy games, honestly, as long as they're fun. So the Doomsday Book. So William the Conqueror comes over, kills Harold, takes his kingdom. He's now the King of England, apart from a few bits and bobs where he gave it back to the Thanes or whatever. So he's got this idea that he doesn't know what the fuck he's just won, really. So he commissions a whole bunch of clerks to go out and do a survey of the entire country. The first census in Europe, the oldest census in Europe. Sends these lads out. Now the reason they call it the Doomsday Book is because to everybody that they were surveying, this felt like a really, really bad thing. Because if the clerks made a mistake, you were going to be stuck paying the wrong tax forever. There was no appeal process. It was final. Think about how rampant the corruption would be. Think about how big a mistake could ruin your entire livelihood. No recourse. No appeals process. The clerks were, what they said was final. Because they obviously realised, first of all, everybody's going to complain. Everybody's going to say, no, no, you're wrong. And we'll spend as long unravelling it as we did putting this whole thing together. So let's just say, we'll send the clerks out, their decision is final, they'll make the judgment about what taxes you owe and what you own, job done. And that's what they did. So they called it the Doomsday Book because it was like, from now until Doomsday, I'm going to be stuck paying the wrong fucking taxes. That was how they felt. Thought that was quite interesting. Thank you.
Wogan _ just resubbed for 10 months. Not usually a Tarkov lad, but been enjoying the stream. Hype for tomorrow.
Oh,
Cheers.
baby. Wogan, stop playing mid, dude. Just stop playing mid. You need to learn how to play Dota before you learn mid. Mid is such a complicated role. So many responsibilities. Just learn how to play Dota. Or at the very least pick a hero and stick with it. It's been getting on my tits. You go mid and you're like, I'm going to try this hero. It's like, he clearly doesn't know how to play this hero, and he still doesn't know how to play Dota. Listen to me. You must listen to me. Oh, I know it's in one ear and out the other. I just know I'm right. Where'd they go? Oh. I unloaded them into space. Boom. Wow. There was another what? You think there was another intel or another lad? I didn't see another intel up there, I only saw the one. That's just paper. Wonder where that lad was. Just keep running it. You'll get there eventually. On a high shelf? I didn't see other intel. We'll have a look though. I see that paper there. You're just trying to get me to jump so I die. I'm not stupid. Hmm. Jesus, that made me jump.
Golden User 34 just resubbed for 3 months. Shots fired.
That you. Jesus. Jesus. I don't think I've ever been to Smuggler's Boat. Is Smuggler's Boat always open, or is it the one where you need a scav buddy? Just gonna wait here a little while. If it's not there, we can just head along to Crossroads. That gunfight seemed to be coming from the river crossing over there, which is the one I was gonna take, rather than run across the open, given that a lad definitely sniped at me earlier. But we're gonna go for it. We've got the intelligence. It's a good run regardless. It's been weird because we did indeed hit some very high traffic areas and didn't see anybody. So something tells me this is just one of those raid instances where every fucker is camping the extracts. Lad, saw a lad over the far side there. This is where we get annihilated, but what choice do we have? Nice. Oh, he didn't shoot anybody. Didn't have to shoot a single shot. That's my kind of raid. That's my kind of raid. I've got 4 of these. Which magazine? I'm sure I put the BP in this time. Yeah, it's not great, but it'll do. Yes, the gamma case is ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous. I probably wouldn't be playing this game if I didn't have it. I think I would have played it at the very start, which is when I got the game, and the maps were, I think Factory was a map, and I think a version of Customs. And I want to say that's it. Augmented is just a painkiller. I want to say that was it. Might have been a third map. I don't know. But then I didn't play it for like 2 or 3 years. Because when I started, I had my character, and other people were in chat saying, like, anything you take in, you lose. And I was like, what? And there were all these impossible... Like, it looked so dense. And no one else was streaming it at release. Like when it very first came out, I had the first build of the game. That's why I have the press version. They gave it to a bunch of streamers and YouTubers, and I was one of them. So I played it like at release, and I thought, this is so hard. And it just kind of reminded me of Stalker in like a bad way, with the managing what bullets go where. And I just had nothing. I had no idea. There were no guides. There was nothing. So it just threw you in, and it was too much for me. I'm an old, stupid man, so I was like, this is ridiculous. So I quit, and then people were like, Pyrian, you're going to play Tarkov, Pyrian, you're going to play Tarkov for ages. And I didn't realize that it had come on a lot. I just sort of didn't realize, and then people like Pestily and those guys have been playing it all this time. So I reinstalled it, and I started playing it, and I was like, because there was so many resources out there. So I watched videos, and I watched other people streaming it, and it was just, it's once you get into it, it is a very dense game. But once you get into it, it is so satisfying. But if I just had a teeny tiny little butt, I would have never played this game. So as I understand it, to get the biggest case now, you have to be level 71. I think I've got... No, that's the Kappa case, right? I've got the Gamma case. So I didn't have to pay for this game, like I said. Battlestate gave it to me. I presume because some of them were Dota players, because there's no other reason to give it to me. I have no fucking idea where I am. Alright, now I know, I think. Okay. Alright, I got you. God, I was really turned around there. Never spawned there before. Yeah, that lad was in and out, huh? I 100% have my top off. It's boiling.
Hironu underscore just resubbed for 55 months.
Thank you. I heard a lad. Wow-wee! Wow. Just instantly domed. Should have held where I was on the stairs there. How do people play these games without boring games without falling asleep? I mean, we just leave, dude. If you find it dull, it's obviously just not for you. Just, you know, if you right click on, I think it's probably at the top left for your stream, you see the Twitch icon, you can go and browse by category, and there's all the many games that you would ever want there. What kind of games are you into? What would you prefer to see? I'm curious. He's probably left. He probably left. Why don't you turn up and say that and then leave? Just bizarre, isn't it? What are you gonna do? People. People. This is what I was trying to do, but we just can't get there. It's just so hard. No, there's no way he's still here. Kill 15 scabs at shoreline using an AKM. Following since 17th of June 2019. Weird. I have nothing to say. No, I want to know, what do you find... Like, what game would you rather I was streaming? I just want to know. Like, if you find Tarkov boring, I'm just wondering what kind of game you find interesting. Because this game is, like, pretty hype, dude. I'm not gonna lie. IRL streams. Yeah, right. Well, I mean, he's been following this channel for a while. He obviously knows what games I play. AKM. I don't own an AKM. Not going to buy one, that's for damn sure. That's a funny comment. Damn. This is the one, baby. People talk about this one a lot, but I'm telling you, it's the Barricada. Clobber 'em with that, they're donezo. God, I don't know what to take. Yeah, sure. Let's just try and kill raiders on reserve and get their stuff, I guess. Not feeling like doing any quests tonight, it's too hot. I think they were joking, lads. Can you calm your tits? In houses tomorrow. Peaches and cream. I've never had that. I've had strawberries and cream. Is it common to have peaches and cream? Is that a thing? Or is it a description? I think it sounds like a sex thing. In America. You don't do strawberries over there? Do they not do strawberries? Never had it. Never even heard of it, really. I've heard strawberries and cream. I've heard peaches and cream. I honestly assumed it was slang for something. Strawberries with clotted cream and a little bit of icing sugar dusted over the top. That's about as good as it gets. Whipped cream. Get out. Peach trees. Georgia. Indiana. Where's that one? Oh crikey, we've come in with no meds. Oh, the game's crashed. Yep. That's a Unity crash. See if we can get back in before we die. Yeah, it's Unity. Crazy, huh? An awful lot of games are. I think we'll be alright there. So many games are made in Unity, it's kind of ridiculous. Why are people flaming Unity, man? GTFO is made in Unity. Risk of Rain 2 is made in Unity. Subnautica was made in Unity. You guys are always banging on about Wasteland 3, made in Unity. Just took a little break. Rust is made in Unity? There you go. Scurry, little rat, scurry! I'm just gonna crawl to the red brick building. I think you might be confusing the Assassin's Creed being made in Unity with... Wasn't the name of their stupid launcher Unity? I thought I heard a lad up here. Chill, dude! Yeah, I'm panicking! Jesus. I don't even know what that was. Yeah, Bob, mate. We're rocking it. Hello. Dangus. Jeez, will you lads chill? How can you not jump over there? Christ. Oh, is there an issue with the... Lads, I've got a great idea. Fucking tube. If they kill me, then they'll get in my fucking tube. Bob, mate. I told you that you and Munt and the lads just want me to fail. Oh, no, no, we don't. No, no. You literally live for it. Little gremlins. Fucking what? Dude just came flying around there. Did you see that? What a monster. Like, he was shooting before his feet even touched the ground. Unbelievable. Like I said, cannot touch this tube. Congrats on the Marlboro cigarettes, you fucking bellend. Anything we can build? Doing alright, mate, actually. Yeah, done quite a few quests lately. Let's have a look. What are we up to? We're on... We've got level 3 Jaeger, which is pretty pog. Level 2 Ragman, Mechanic, Prep or Therapist. I haven't done the golden thingy yet, so I haven't got the Peacekeeper quests yet. Fence, we're working on it. Skier, unfortunately, I need to spend 500 grand with Skier, or sell 500 grand's worth of stuff to Skier. But we're getting there. I have find a case with a device. I have gilded Zibbo, killed 15 scavs at Shoreline. I haven't done any of the gunsmith quests yet, but I obviously will. Need to find a cowboy hat. Need this one. I'm just gonna hope that it happens. I'm not even gonna try and do it. Kill Rashala, fuck me, and get out with his golden TT. Kill 2 PFCs blinded with the flashbang, which is just, I'm just fucking ridiculous. Kill 5 PMCs in Dawns, which is gonna suck. Find flash drives, and then mark the trading post in Shoreline, which is obviously doable, but I just haven't done it. This one I keep dying every time I start doing it, and I don't have the right key for this one, unfortunately. So most of these quests I'm just sort of, I mean, this one obviously I'm just gonna, if I get an AKM, try and do it. The customs one, eventually I'll do it. This will happen eventually, this will happen eventually, this will hopefully happen eventually. Same with this one, same with this one, same with this one. So a lot of the quests are just like ones that I'm just going to play, and if they happen, they happen. But yeah, I've not. I mean, I've been doing them, but I haven't been like fiending them. Today I just kind of chilled out, tried to get a bit of money, and we got some stuff, some funds. We got a mag case. We got some guns and gun parts and stuff like that I'm going to sell. A whole bunch of crap. Need to sort through all this and figure out what I want and what I don't. We're in a good spot. I'm happy with how it's going. We got ridiculous. We got a graphics card this morning, I think. We've got a ridiculous amount of stuff stocked up in our scav cases for either crafting or for quests or just to sell. I mean, I can't remember what the hand drill is for. I'm sure that all of this stuff is useful at some point, and I just figured we'll hold on to it. Why not? Anything that was found in raid, I can sell at a later point. It's a pretty impressive stash, I think. And you'll find these quests that come along and say hand in 3 tubes, and you think, oh, hand in 2 toilet papers, and and also a lot of trade up stuff and crafting stuff where it's like, you will need 8 fuses, 2 cyclones, and a thermoscope. And you think, oh, fuck. So we're just holding on to that kind of stuff. Anyway, and we got some more intelligence, which was a pog. Right. How much is this stuff on the market anyway? Ah, it's not too bad. Right, I'm going to call it a night there because it's fucking boiling and I want to turn down a little bit. Yes, exactly. The hideout will burn through that stuff, but I won't have to spend money on it, which is kind of the key. Because last time I felt like I just ground reserve, as you know, made money, but never actually really bothered with the quests and stuff. Like if I needed stuff for hideout, I just bought it. So, you know, it's nice to do it properly this time. I've been sort of running around the 1-2 million ruble mark, and doing quests to upgrade stuff and finding stuff and holding on to it. I mean, obviously, I think our stash worth. We've got 2 scav cases, closing in on a 3rd. I don't even know if I need 3, but fuck it. Anyway, I'll see you lot tomorrow morning. Cheers for watching. Take it easy. Peace out. Don't forget, in houses tomorrow at 8.